Hey Ian, hey Sasha. My name is James Masellan from Movie Death Blows. Thanks
Hi,
for taking the
James.
time to sit down with me today.
Hi, James. Nice to meet you.
You too. Ian, World War One, it's kind of like the forgotten war, but it's called the Great War. But most of us always pay attention to World War Two, and I feel like that's all we hear about most of these days. But what attracted you to play Leonard in the World War One film, The Last Front?
Just a really, really good screenplay that came through, kind of that dream email where you get through the agent saying, "Oh, you've been offered this. Have a look." And I just really, really liked the story. I thought it was very, very powerfully told, but it was from a very human standpoint. So the First World War was such an enormous event, impossible to encompass and tell the whole story of. So I think it's a very, very good route. And honestly, I know people say this, actors say this, oh, it was a very different take, but it genuinely is. I don't remember a war film that was so sort of personalized in the way that this is. This is just taking one little story of one part of Belgium, a rural Belgium, and early days was sort of even pre-war. It was kind of, as the Germans were passing through there, these battalions just sort of gearing themselves up for the Great War that was imminent. And these totally innocent villagers had no idea of what was about to happen upon them. And the story takes its time getting to know them, and and the visuals are very, I think, beautiful and capture the serenity of their lives and the innocence of their lives and the little human dramas that are going on within their lives. So I hope an audience feels the change and feels the loss because we've spent time getting to know them. Yeah, so a great script and exciting working with a first time director. And in the doing of it, I thought Julian had an incredibly sure hand. And when I saw the end result, I thought he'd pulled off a very, very strong story.
Yeah, no doubt, and it definitely gets the audience to participate because I was angry the whole time at this German armed forces at that point
Good,
watching this.
good, good.
Sasha, your character Louise has a personal connection with Ian's character Leonard. You're with his son Adrien, and it does not go well for you guys, I think, to state the least. What's it like filming those scenes in the town when the Germans come in and on the farm and everything like that? What was that like for you emotionally to film those?
It was emotional because as much as you can separate yourself from your character, it's still the character lives through you. So you still have to feel certain emotions, and when you see someone so lovely as James being murdered by evil Joe, it was devastating, like for Louise, and because I am Louise at that moment, it was heartbreaking, and then you still have to feel the feel and what it is for Louise, and for her it's the life altering, uh shattering all her dreams and all her plans and everything event, and she doesn't know even how to comprehend the situation. All she can is just like, and you kind of see her, like she's crying, but I don't think she truly gets it, what's happening, like, um and it was, yeah, it was painful. And it's a little detail, but I my dog passed away the day before we were filming this,
Hmm.
and and I loved him so much, and I knew that he was going, like I knew that he was leaving us. But I remember I was just sitting there and crying, and I'm like, oh my God, if I feel this for a dog, like I can't even imagine what Louise must have felt when this happened. And like even thinking about it, I'm starting to cry. So yeah, no, that was really painful.
Ian, I know you're from Scotland, but I consider you like one of the masters of accents and just the way you talk in each performance that you do, because it's never the same. And I was watching a bunch of different interviews, and I was like, that's really how he talks. I thought you just talked like Jorah all the time. But my favorite Ian voice is in Kick-Ass 2, where you're Uncle Ralph and you've got that
Oh
New
yeah,
York gangster accent.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah. I
yeah, I
enjoyed that.
I can hear it in my head, like, listen, Chrissy, you don't know what's going on.
Listen, Chris, you know what's going on? Yeah.
What's your favorite accent or like, way of talking you've gotten to do?
I don't know. Probably like I love the Irish. I loved doing the Irish. I played like an Irish detective for many years. This Jack Taylor, who's from Galway, and I mean, it's a very lovely lyrical sound, the Irish, but. We Brits are obsessed by kind of class and by dialect, and so literally, you know, just an hour down the road from any main city, and they talk different from North Glasgow to South Glasgow from anywhere. So it's kind of you get attuned to it. And I have to say, I think you Americans are very forgiving and accepting of us Brits coming over and being American. And we've been awash with your brilliant movies for since through our childhood. So we're kind of we hear it and we get attuned to it. But I do enjoy a dialect. It's a bit like yeah, just the right costume for whatever it is. It's another thing that transitions you just away from who you are, so you feel yeah, more the person you're being. It's a ready means to get away from yourself. So
Sure. They tell me we got to wrap, guys, but I have more questions for you, but I hope everybody gets to see The Last Front when it comes out on the 9th, and I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys have some good interviews today.
yes, thank you.
Thank you
Sorry.
so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.